Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing Ultimate Comics X-Men issue 4, so let's see what's going on here. Let's talk about the cover first. I don't love the concept for this cover that much because it's showing Quicksilver, and he wasn't like the main part of this issue, so I think they should show more of the villain in this issue than Quicksilver just going across the page. I really love the art for it, but again, Quicksilver just was not in this issue that much. He was in maybe one or two pages, but not to be the main focus of the cover. So let's see what's going on in this issue. We get to see this new villain, and really we see that in the beginning he just trying to follow his father's orders, and he's following his father's orders, and then his father's in the military, so he goes into this raid. I guess it's in Times Square. There's this war, gun shootings, or whatever. So he goes into his raid and makes a name for himself to show to his father, oh yeah, I'm going to make a name for myself now. I'm not a nobody. You know, I used to be, but now I'm not. So he making a name for himself. He's saying mutants aren't bad, but they are sins. So he's saying that mutants are bad. Let's all capture them and kill them. So he's really going to be the villain, I think, for a long time for Ultimate Comics X-Men. He's an interesting villain. So can't wait to see what happens next with him. So let's see what else is going on. We also get to see Kitty Pryde and her group, and we get to see that Kitty Pryde has been taking leadership through her group, you know, Iceman, Human Torch, Rogue. But we get to see the reason that she wasn't there when Peter died, the reason that she hasn't really fought is because she's scared. And we learn that in this issue. We learn that Kitty Pryde is scared, and that's why she hasn't been fighting. She hasn't been fighting like everyone else. So that's pretty much what happens in this issue. We get to see the new villain. We get to see some stuff with Kitty Pryde. And we also learn that Rogue might not be on that mutant side, even though it seems like she is. So definitely a lot of things going on in this issue. A great issue, I think. Bringing all the X-Men together, bringing Kitty Pryde from Ultimate Spider-Man and Human Torch, and even bringing some of the Ultimate X people like Jimmy Hudson. And we get to see Quicksilver a little. And we get to see this new villain who could be very interesting because in the end, with Rogue, actually, we get to see he's like preaching, whatever, mutants are bad, they're sins. And then Rogue is showing that maybe she's going on this guy's side because she says, I want to be forgiven for my sins. So we have to see what's going on with that. Maybe she's going to be a mole for the X-Men. Who knows what's going to happen. Well, maybe not for the X-Men, but a mole for the villain. But great villain. I think it's a great first start for him. And just great stories and great things to set up for more stories. And I can't wait for the next issue. I think Ultimate Comics, X-Men, and Spider-Man have been doing a great job. I haven't read any of the other Ultimate Comics stuff, but great stuff for those two series, and makes me excited for new issues to come. And glad to see that they are connecting stuff from Ultimate Fallout, which was a big Ultimate story event, and really the death of Peter Parker, the conclusion of that, and we get to see that, so that's pretty cool. So glad that we're getting a connection with still Peter's death and everything. Great part in this issue. Again, just on one thing I just didn't like was the cover. It just was kind of misleading, and I think covers are important not to be misleading because that's how people know that they want to look at the issue. So I didn't love the cover, but I really did love the story. The art is pretty good. Pretty ultimate art. Get it? Okay. Little joke. So pretty good art and pretty good story. I give it a 4.5. I think if you haven't been following any Ultimate stories, start following it. Start picking up one of the series. Ultimate Spider-Man is pretty great. This series is pretty great. Just start picking up Ultimate Comics X-Men, Ultimate Comics anything, because it really has been great. Even though it's another universe, they still have interesting stories and a spin on our favorite characters. So it's stuff we haven't been able to see in the regular universe. So again, 4.5, pick it up. Great series. And follow my Twitter. In the description below, there will be a link for that. And I'll be saying comic book news, comic book reviews. I'll be doing topic videos and just tweets and everything. So follow me on that, and follow me on my other channel, The Ren Situations, which also has Twitter, and there will be a link in the description below. So I hope you enjoyed this video and this review, and I hope you will pick up this issue. It's pretty good, and especially if you have a lot of your favorite characters here, you'll get to see a new spin in the Ultimate Universe for them. And just pick it up. It's really a great series. And this was Comic Uno, and I hope you enjoy. See you guys.